Is GH Libya TV. This TV is fantastic. Watch the program clearly and subscribe. All what we need from you is just click the button and subscribe. Whatever we do, you receive it. This TV station is perfect. We love you.
Abusia bemo obibiara akwaba ama obibiara afenhia pa ede aba GH Libya TV kase adwumadi eso. Guys, you are welcome back to another edition of information segment on GH Libya TV. We want to use this opportunity to say Happy New Year in advance to all GH Libya TV family members and to everyone who has done something to support GH Libya TV to this far. The story making headlines. 290 migrants repatriated from Libya to Mali and Sudan. And also, Libya police freed kidnapped migrants in Sabah. And another story, 160 Sudanese migrants flown back home from Libya. This and many other stories that we have for you. Stay tuned and enjoy the news. Welcome back. Now the news in detail. Heading to Migrant Rescue Watch, 115 company of the 676 Infantry BN thwarted a human smuggling operation in Sabah and apprehended a large group of undocumented migrants of different sub-Saharan nationalities, all transferred to DCIM custody. But this is a sad story. According to information and the sources from Benghazi says, Nigerian boy has been beaten to death by his Nigerian babysitter in Benghazi. The babysitter claimed that the boy had died of a head injury after falling. Investigation shows that the babysitter beat the boy to death because he had broken her mobile phone. In fact, this is a very sad story, and may this boy rest in perfect peace. I hope the security services and the competent authority will continue the investigation and bring the perpetrator into an account. Now, let's move on to another story.
GH Libya TV.
Now, according to the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees has revealed that the Libyan Coast Guard has intercepted 23,000 illegal migrants since the beginning of the year until now. Commissioner stated that the Coast Guard had intercepted 900 migrants during the past 2 weeks, indicating that it had evacuated 174 migrants, including children and women, to Rwanda mid-December, where they will receive support in emergency centers. It confirmed that the authorities in Libya had facilitated the evacuation of migrants, noting that it will continue to work to evacuate more migrants out of the country. The commissioner added that the number of migrants in shelters is estimated at 3,700, including 1,300 migrants of concern to the United Nations. Now, according to Migrant Rescue Watch, Libyan Red Crescent Tripoli branch, in cooperation with UNFPA, distributed 376 personal hygiene kits to women and children held in Abu Salem Immigration Detention Center. In another story, a group of 160 Sudanese migrants arrived on Wednesday at Khartoum Airport coming from Libya. In coordination between the Sudanese Embassy in Tripoli and the International Organization for Migration, in short, IOM, the Sudanese Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the operation is part of the voluntary return program supervised by international organizations. During this year, the relevant organizations have operated 7 flights within the voluntary return program. Read about by the Sudanese Ministry of Foreign Affairs. IOM disclosed that it will continue conducting voluntary return trips during 2023 with 2 flights per month from Tripoli and Benghazi. Now, in another story, Libyan police have managed to free 3 migrants in a raid on a house in Sabah, southern Libya. The migrants were being held by a trafficking gang whose members fled after exchanging fire with the Libyan Criminal Investigation Department (CID). The Sabah CID stated that the operation came after a Sudanese worker reported that he and 3 of his brothers had been kidnapped by a gang. The kidnappers released one of the abductees to bring them 90,000 Libya dinars in order to release the others. He then went to report the incident to the police. During the raid, police crashed with the kidnappers, but no casualties were reported. The kidnapped migrants were released and they were in good health. In October, members of the Criminal Investigation Agency, in cooperation with the Security Task Force of the Misrata Security Directorate, arrested a Libyan man accused of kidnapping and extorting foreign workers. The man was a part of the criminal gang that specialized in kidnapping foreign workers and then demanding a ransom from the victims' families. The statement said that the man had kidnapped 3 Bangladesh workers in October. He also reportedly killed one of them and threw his body on the seashore. The other 2 Bangladesh workers were successfully fled. The investigation members collected the information and set up a tightened ambush to arrest him. Legal measures were taken and the Attorney General office was notified. In July, Libya security forces freed 110 Bangladesh migrants who had been subjected to various forms of torture and extortion. The 444 Brigade said in a statement that its forces carried out a light night operation during which they managed to free the kidnapped migrants. The gang that held them consisted of 9 Bangladesh human traffickers in cooperation with 2 Libyans. Now, the International Organization for Migration, IOM, has repatriated 290 migrants from Libya to Sudan and Mali. This came as part of its voluntary humanitarian return program. According to IOM, the program was implemented through 2 chartered flights, which departed from Sabah and Tripoli, respectively. In a statement, the organization noted that before the migrants left the country, they underwent medical and protection examination by the IOM. On Monday, the IOM announced in a statement that at least 1,042 migrants were rescued in the central Mediterranean and returned to Libya last week. In a period of 11th to 17th December 2022, 1,042 migrants were intercepted and returned to Libya. It added that a total of 23,596 migrants attempted to cross the Mediterranean to Europe in 2022. It added that 520 migrants died and 844 went missing on the period from 1st January to 17th December 2022. The IOM pointed out that 32,425 migrants disembarked on Libya shores in 2021, whilst 662 died and 891 went missing.